Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to jump on and talk about something to do with arthritis and 5 ways that you can actually manage your arthritis and change the way that your joints are feeling today. So I'm Patrick from Complete Health Eastbourne, and I'm a chiropractor, and I just wanted to run through 5 ways that you can immediately reduce the stiffness and pain in your joints from arthritis. So one of the first things that I generally recommend to my patients is if they've been having long-term arthritis or it's a diagnosed clinical arthritis, so something like osteoarthritis, which they've had for a very long time, or rheumatoid arthritis, there's pretty much always some level of inflammation in the joints. Now, one of the most anti-inflammatory foods or supplements that we can get in is omega-3. And so this is probably one of my first recommendations to people that have got long-term or chronic inflammation is the use of omega-3s. Now, you can either supplement that with just like a tablet or a fish oil, or equally you can make sure you're getting an adequate volume of that in your diet. So e.g. by eating enough fish. You can also get it from algae, or you can also get it from seeds such as flax, chia, and you can also get it from walnuts. Morning. And so that would be one of the first things that I would immediately recommend to my patients that have got chronic arthritis. Now, one of the other supplements that I recommend is something called glucosamine sulphate. Now, this one's a little bit interesting because there's a mixed review of evidence on glucosamine sulphate. However, this is one of the proteins that sits in the joint line and has been shown to potentially improve the way that it works. Now, the reason why it's a little bit controversial is that scientists believe that your body has to digest it and then it has to rebuild it on the other side. So it's got all of the aminos and stuff that we need to actually create healthy joints, but there are scientists that will argue whether it does or it doesn't work. So something else that works really well for patients that are trying to control arthritis is controlling your weight. Now, a little bit like a car, the more people in the car, the less efficient the car becomes. If you've ever had to give someone a piggyback, you will know that your knees, your joints, your back will ache the longer that you have to hold that person. Now, the reality of it is if you're holding that much excess weight, it is going to load your joints. And I don't care what anybody says about this, the heavier we are, the more the joints have to support. And so as a result, what we've got to understand is if we are holding excessive volumes of weight, this is going to create stress and strain on our joints. Now, one of the other things that we have to consider for creating stress or strain on our joints is actually the positions they are being held in. So being overweight will start to load the joints, but actually standing with negative posture or sitting at a desk where we're hunched over all day will start to create stress in certain areas, especially when we're hunching. The 2 main areas that we'll start to see is the base of the neck and around the shoulders and into the lower back. And if chiropractors really, when I X-ray patients, there will be 2 spots in the spine that I'll almost always see more degeneration or arthritis in than any other area of the spine, and that's the base of the neck and the lower back. And these are the areas that we hang off when we don't maintain proper posture. So when you're in a desk or you're doing work or you're moving around, you're doing exercise, you're in the gym, you want to work on actually holding the postures first. This is one of the things that yoga was designed for, was teaching people how to hold good posture. It strengthens the muscle tone in order to hold good posture. So something else that you can have a look at in order to improve your arthritis is really looking at anything that might cause inflammation in your diet. So the main ones that I notice, refined sugars and oils. So namely stuff like pressed oils such as vegetable oils or trans fats where you've cooked the fat for a long period of time. These will really cause inflammation. Now, flour has much more gluten in it than it ever used to, and as a result, that can start to create stress in our inflammation as well. So you can always have a look at your diet, but also adding things in, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, immediately brings people's inflammation down. The last one I had for today for reducing your pain from arthritis is actually maintaining good muscle strength and control. Exercise pretty much will help any type of arthritis. The only thing we have to consider with something like rheumatoid arthritis is that actually too much load can start to increase the pain. So it has to be exercised within moderation, but maintaining good muscle strength and mobility and flexibility in joints will start to actually improve on a patient's arthritis. So 5 things that obviously I recommend. So looking at decent quality supplements in order to reduce the inflammation, controlling your weight, controlling your diet, improving your posture, and maintaining good, strong, and mobile joints. So making sure you get a lot of activity in. Guys, I hope you found some of this stuff interesting or helpful. If you did, please just share with other people or comment below if you have any questions. Equally, you can find a load of our information on our YouTube channel, which is Complete Health Eastbourne. And equally, we also have our podcast, which is Coffee with a Chiropractor, and that's available both on iTunes and Spotify. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. That's all from Patrick Hogg at Complete Health Eastbourne.